Get ready for a blast from the past. We're taking our gaming to prehistoric levels.
Today we're reviewing Pandasaurus' Gods Love Dinosaurs. Gods Love Dinosaurs is a 2 to 5 player tile placement game about the food chain.
You populate your land with small animals so they can be eaten by larger animals, and then ultimately dinosaurs can come in and eat everything. Rah!
Each player takes a turn drafting an ecosystem tile from the animal board.
You add your tile to your land so that they connect somewhere, and then you add the appropriate animal of whatever is listed on the tile that you added.
You can add prey animals, which are frogs, rabbits, or rats.
Or you can add predator animals, which are tigers and eagles.
Once there's an activation, you can either add more prey to your land, or the predators can eat the prey.
Every once in a while, there will be a dinosaur activation, and then the dinosaur must eat.
When the dinosaur eats a predator, you get 1 egg, which is a point.
Every so often, you can hatch an egg into a new dinosaur, and the dinosaurs are also worth 1 point.
The player with the most eggs and dinosaurs at the end of the game wins.
One of the first things that I noticed when we started playing Gods Love Dinosaurs is just how colorful and how beautiful all the artwork is. And then the tokens are very unique because each animal is its own little meeple. So the frog, the rabbit, the rat, the tiger, the eagle, and the dinosaur are all individually sculpted and very unique looking.
Seeing the little artwork of the landscape and everything on it, I thought it was very simplistic, but still very eye-catching.
It doesn't take up that much room. However, as you start building onto your landmass and you add ecosystems and you add the animals and it starts expanding, you will need some more room in order to play it. So it's a little deceptive when you first set it up because you need to be able to connect all of these ecosystem tiles to your landmass and have it spread out. So if you're building this way, but oh no, I'm out of table space.
As long as the tiles are touching one other tile, you could just connect it in a long line against your land tile if you wanted to. It wouldn't make sense to do that, but you could. I think at one point when I was setting up my tiles, I arranged them in a way where I just had an empty void. So there was just an empty hex spot that, it's a chasm, it's a black hole on my little landmass that...
Yeah, Lee's the one that learned the game and taught it to us, and he's the one that messes up and has a hole at the middle of his landmass. You're like, well, I guess I'm stuck with it now.
I remember when I first saw the box, and I think I even commented when we were doing the opening, it was... it's Gods Love Dinosaurs. And I was like, oh, interesting. But I guess the theme of the game is like, you're a god, the player, and you're creating this land with an ecosystem and predators and then dinosaurs. I mean, it makes sense.
One of the things that Juliana commented when we were playing was that the game mechanics make sense in a natural way. So you start off with your prey, building that up, and then you have predators which eat the prey and you build those up, and then you have the dinosaurs eat the predators, and then you build that up and you gain points from the dinosaurs. So it kind of flows naturally. So even while you're explaining the rules, you're just like, wow, this game just makes common sense.
I would say I was a little bit misled because when it said dinosaurs, I was expecting more dinosaurs, not just one dinosaur type. But what are you gonna do?
One of the things I really liked about this game was just how simple it is, but still strategic. All you're basically doing is drafting the ecosystem tiles and laying them out in your landmass, but you really have to think about which ecosystems are touching, where the prey are going to spawn, where the predators can line up to eat the prey so that you get the most predators available to you, so that when it comes time to the dinosaurs, you have enough predators there to earn points and get more eggs.
You know, some of these things as you're playing, you kind of know where you get, but I told them in the very beginning, I said, hey, these guys can go extinct. So make sure you have enough to reproduce when the time comes.
There are a limited number of predator tiles that can be on the animal board because there aren't that many in the deck. I don't know if that's a drawback or something that we need to play and learn the strategic time of when to activate the dinosaur or not. So I'm still not exactly sure how I feel about that. On first glance, I'm kind of like, there should be more predators to build it up. But at the same time, maybe I shouldn't let my predators go extinct. I don't know, maybe I'm a bad god.
It can be simple, but I just think the overall theming and how it really teaches you, okay? It teaches you about the food chain, about how, okay, I've got so many rats and then, oh, but no predators. Oh, it's because I have so many rats, there are no predators or vice versa. Like, oh man, I have so many predators now, but no rats, and now they're gonna starve.
I don't know if you could tell or not, but Lee really likes educational games. Not games that are like, 1 + 1 = 2 flashcards, but like games where, I'm learning and I don't even know I'm learning.
Yeah.
I also liked how quickly the game went. So while we were playing, you draft your tile, you place your tile, you activate the different animals, whether it's the prey or the predators or the dinosaur, then you reset and you keep going. Maybe it took longer and it just didn't feel like it did, but I really don't think it took all that long to play a 4-player game of a pretty kind of intricate game. Overall, I'm gonna give Gods Love Dinosaurs an 8. I love a lot about the game. There are a couple little things I would tweak here and there, but for the most part, it's definitely a fun game. It's not too complicated. It's good for a mid-level gamer, so I'd recommend that you get out and play it.
I'd give it a 9, actually. Colorful pieces, they're all unique. The mechanics of everything. What I really like is I didn't have to go to the rule book too much. Like there weren't those permutations where you're like, what does this mean again? Or what about this part? And let's see, Teresa gives it a 10.
And Juliana gives it an 8 as well. And that was our review of Gods Love Dinosaurs.
What'd you think? Are you ready to test out being a god and keep all your animals alive? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
And I'm Kenny. Rawr.